Hi, Digital Golf Doc here, and today we're going to talk about something called movement snacks. Movement snacks are short periods of movement you can do throughout the day to reverse some of the problems that you get with the built-up of a long sustained posture in an uncomfortable position. Most commonly referring to spending time at the desk, where you're often rounded shoulders, rounded upper back, arms forward, neck and head dropping forward too. And that just puts all kinds of stress in certain areas. And when we do that for 8 straight hours, then we jump in the car for the drive home for another half hour. And then we get home, we sit and we watch TV for another few hours. We're spending upwards of 10, 12, 14 hours in that same sustained posture. Here's a problem. That posture does not facilitate golf. Just watch any professional. Look at their upper back when they're swinging the golf club. They're in this nice stable position, upper back tall, they're not overly rounded forward, and that helps them dissipate stress appropriately so they're not injured when they're playing golf. So if you're trying to figure out why you have a bunch of injuries and why everyone on tour seems to get one every now and then, it might be because of what you're doing throughout the day. The good news is we can reverse that by shifting the stresses to a different area of the body. So I'm going to show you my 3 favorite movement snacks, all of which you can do in your office. Very simple. You can do them throughout the day. They won't take you much time at all, and they can go a ways to making you a better golfer, but also a more comfortable golfer and hopefully with less pain as a golfer. So let's check out the movement snacks. The desk posture reversal is an exercise that's exactly like it sounds. We're going to take all the movements we usually put our body in while we're sitting at a desk, and we're going to take them through the opposite directions. So, first, think about how you sit. Typically, the shoulders are rounded forward, your upper back is flexed, and you're reaching out in front like this. Again, that's where we see that really rounded upper back posture that a lot of older folks get stuck with because they never had the chance or the idea to reverse their posture the other way and maintain that mobility. So to complete it, we're going to start with our shoulders. We're going to externally rotate, which means we're taking our palms and our elbows and turning them out. That's going to open up our chest, and then we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades back. We're going to extend, reaching our chest toward the ceiling. We're going to hold this for 1 to 2 seconds, and then we're going to come back. Then we're going to roll everything open and come back. Let's see that from the side view. Again, rotate the palms and elbows forward and out. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, chest up, and we reverse the posture. We come back, and we reverse again. Again, what we're trying to do here is take all the forces we undergo at the desk and put them on the exact opposite tissues to maintain our mobility and prevent one thing from getting overstressed and breaking down. The wall slide thoracic extension is one of the best exercises to get extension through the upper back and mid-spine, which really goes a long way to reversing the type of stress we put on our bodies when we're at our desk, on a computer, in this rounded upper back position. To perform this, you're going to take your hands, set them behind the base of your neck. You'll step to a wall, placing your elbows on the wall, and then you're going to slide your elbows up the wall as you extend your mid and upper back and use your chest to reach toward the ceiling. And you're going to repeat this 10 to 15 repetitions or until you feel like there's some movement happening at the upper back that wasn't before you started. Our final movement snack is built with the top of the backswing in mind. So I want you to take yourself to the top of the backswing and look what happens to your trail shoulder. We go into this tremendous amount of external rotation of the shoulder joint that allows us to get the club at the top, which is really important for getting the amount of power we need. The other thing that's important is if you lose mobility here, it's really easy to end up with a shoulder problem, pain, a tear in the rotator cuff or the labrum, because you're trying to force it into position it just can't find. So to target this, we're going to need a sturdy structure. I'm going to use this, but a door frame or the corner of an office works great. You can take your forearm, bring it up, set it against that frame or wall. I like to go into a stagger stance, elbows same height as the shoulder joint, and lean forward until I feel a stretch right through here, which is going to be our pec major and pec minor muscles. And we're going to hold this for 45 seconds. 2 sets at a time. Now I want to show you this at a different angle just so you can see. Again, forearm against the surface, stagger stance, bring the body forward as the arm stays back. You're going to feel that stretch in your pec muscle. Some of you, if you don't have great mobility, won't be able to get into this position perfectly. So you may notice you feel a stretch right here. That's perfectly fine. Keep working on it. As that muscle loosens up, you'll get better at it with time. This is huge for those of us who work at a desk because we're often in this rounded posture position, and that does horrible things to the length of our pec major and pec minor muscles. That's going to do it for the series on movement snacks. I'm going to display the exercises on the screen now so you can see a summary. And while you're looking at those, I want you to remember one very important factor. Posture changes slowly. It's not often until we've been in the office 15, 20, 30 years that we start to see our posture deteriorate into this forward shoulder, rounded upper back, forward head position. It's like you wake up and you look in the mirror one day, you're 55, and now your golf posture is terrible. So to prevent that, we need consistency over the long term. I'd rather you see these exercises 2, 3, 4 times a week over the next 10 years than I would to have you blitz them like crazy 4 or 5 times a day for the next 8 weeks, then completely forget about it. Consistency in the long term is going to keep your golf game together, keep you playing so that someday you can shoot your age or golf until you're 100. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll keep posting videos on exercises, tips, and tricks to make you a better golfer every day. Thanks.